Welcome to Raw Mathematics, and today we're going to be rationalising surds. Before we start rationalising surds, have a go at the following questions. Pause the video and we'll go through the answers shortly. So, looking at question 1, we see we've got root 3 times root 3. So, that gives us root 9, and we know that root 9 simplifies to 3. With B, we've got root 11 times root 11, which means that we have root 121, which simplifies to 11. And with C, we have 5 root 7 times root 7, which equals 5 root 49, which is 5 times 7, which equals 35. Looking at question D, we have to see what we can multiply 3 root 5 by to make it rational. Now looking at previous questions, we can see that we started off with irrational numbers, multiplied them by something, and equaled a rational number. We started off with an irrational number, and we got to a rational number, and so on. So with this one, with 3 root 5, we need to multiply this by root 5. This will simplify to 15. Now, I want you to use this idea throughout the video. Now, the key points that we have is that in mathematical convention, to always remove surds from the denominator of a fraction when they appear. And sometimes they can call this rationalising the denominator. Now, the two things that we found from the previous slide is if we have root a times root a, we get a. And if we have b lots of root a and times that by root a, we get ba. And as you can see, these are both rational numbers. Example 1. Rationalise the denominator of 1 over root 5. Now, you can see that we have an irrational number as a denominator, so we need to turn it into a rational number. Now, thinking back to the previous slides, we need to multiply root 5 by root 5. Now, to make sure that we don't change the value of our fraction, we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by root 5. So, with this one, we can see that we have 1 times root 5, which is root 5, and root 5 times root 5, which is root 25. Now, root 25 will simplify to 5, so we have our answer of root 5 over 5, and the denominator is now rationalised. Now, example 2 works in the same way, so we have 14 over root 7. Now we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by root 7. Now the top gives us, the numerator, gives us 14 root 7, and the bottom, the denominator, gives us root 49. Now we know that root 49 simplifies to 7, so we can rewrite this out as 14 root 7 over 7. Now, we can simplify this even further, because we can see that 7 is a factor of 14. So this will simplify down to 2 root 7. With example 3, we've got 8 divided by 3 lots of root 2. Now with this one, we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by root 2. So this gives us 8 root 2. Over 3 lots of root 4, because root 2 times root 2 is root 4. Now we can simplify root 4 to give us 2. So this is the same as saying 8 root 2 over 6. Now again, we can simplify this even further by taking out a factor of 2, because they're both even. So with this one, we're going to have 4 root 2 divided by 3. And this is our answer, as we can't simplify this any further. Now it's your turn to have a go at rationalising the denominators, and make sure you simplify your answers where appropriate. Now pause the video and we'll go through the answers shortly. With question 1, we have 1 divided by root 3, so we need to multiply that. With question 1, we have 1 divided by root 3, so we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3. this gives us root 3 over 3. With question 2, we need to multiply by root 10 to the numerator and denominator. So this one will give us 5 root 10 over 10. We can simplify this further by taking a factor of 5 out, so this will give us root 10 divided by 2. With the third question, we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by root 11. So this will give us 11 root 11 over 5 times 11, because we have root 11 times root 11. Now, this will give us 11 root 11 over 55. We can take out a factor 11, which we can see here, and this will give us root 11 over 5. Now, with the challenge question, you can see that we have root x. Now, we're going to need to multiply the numerator and denominator by root x. Just like in all the previous examples, we had root 11, root 10, and root 3. Now, this will give us a root x y by using our previous rules of multiplying surds. So root y times root x is root xy, and we can now do the same with root x times root x, which simplifies to x, so therefore our denominator is bx. We can't simplify any further, so this is our answer for the question. Example 4 is an exam style question where it tells us that we need to express 12 over 5 root 2 in the form of a root b, where a and b are rational numbers. All this question is asking us to do is to rationalize the denominator. So knowing this, we can now see that we have to do is multiply by root 2 to numerator and the denominator. So with this one, we're going to get 12 root 2 over 5 times 2, as we've got root 2 times root 2. Now I'm simplifying this, we're going to have 12 root 2 over 10. And looking at this, we can see that we can simplify this even further by taking out a factor of 2. So this will be 6 root 2 over 5. Now making sure it looks the same as in the form of a root b, we can say that our a equals 6 over 5 and our b equals 2. So this gives us 6 over 5 root 2. So it's your turn now to have a go. So express 18 over 4 root 3 in the form of a root b, where a and b are rational numbers. Pause the video and we'll go through the answer shortly. So again, with this one, we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3. Now this gives us 18 root 3 over 4 times 3. Root 3 times root 3. Now we can simplify this to 18 root 3 over 12. Now by taking out a factor of 6, this simplifies to 3 root 3 divided by 2. And to make sure it's in the form of a root b, we can say that this is 3 root 2, which is our a, root 3, where b is our 3. With our last example, we need to rationalize and simplify 5 plus root 5 divided by root 5. And again, we know that we need to rationalize the denominator. So to do this, we need to multiply the top and bottom by root 5. Now this will give us root 5 bracket 5 plus root 5. The denominator, which will be root 5 times root 5, which will give us 5. Now using what we know about multiplying out brackets with surds, if we multiply root 5 by 5, we get 5 root 5. And if we multiply root 5 by root 5, we're going to get 5. Remember, this is all over 5. And the last stage is we need to take out a common factor of 5. So 5 root 5 divided by 5 is root 5, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. So our answer for this is root 5 plus 1. Thank you for watching Rationalising Surds.